Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something wild that's been lighting up the internet, rumors of a $5,000 Dogecoin stimulus check, or what some are calling the DOGE dividend. I mean, can you imagine opening your bank account one day and seeing $5,000 just sitting there? Courtesy of some government savings plan tied to Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and yes, Dogecoin. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But here's the thing. People are buzzing about this, and I've been digging into the details to figure out what's real, what's hype, and whether you and I might actually see this money anytime soon. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's unpack this crazy idea together. I'd love to know where you're joining me from today, so drop a comment below with your city or country, and feel free to toss in any questions you've got about this. I'm here to break it all down, and trust me, we're going deep on this one. So let's start with the big question. What even is this 5,000 Doge dividend thing? Picture this. There's a proposal floating around called the DOGE dividend. DOGE standing for the Department of Government Efficiency, not the crypto coin, though the name's got everyone talking. The idea is that this department, backed by heavy hitters like Elon Musk and President Donald Trump, is supposed to slash government waste and save a jaw-dropping $2 trillion. Yep, trillion with a T. Then they take 20% of those savings, about $400 billion, and spread it out to taxpayers, giving around 79 million households a cool $5,000 each. That's the pitch. Anyway, and it's got folks dreaming of paying off bills, taking vacations, or maybe even buying a Tesla with that cash. Investor James Fishback is one of the brains behind this, and with Musk and Trump hyping it up, it's gone from a random idea to something people are seriously debating. But before you start counting those dollars, we've got to figure out if this is legit or just a shiny pipe dream. Let's talk about where this money's supposed to come from, because $400 billion doesn't just fall out of the sky. The Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE for short, is all about cutting the fat from federal spending. Think bloated bureaucracy, outdated programs, maybe even trimming some of those cushy government contracts. So far, they've scraped together $55 billion in savings. Not chump change, but nowhere near that $2 trillion goal. To hit that target, they'd need to chop huge chunks of discretionary spending, stuff like defense budgets, healthcare programs, or education grants. Imagine telling the Pentagon, hey, we're taking $1 billion here and there, or cutting back on Medicare funding. It's a tall order, and that's putting it mildly. I mean, $55 billion sounds impressive until you realize it's just a drop in the bucket compared to $2 trillion, about 2.75% of the way there. At this pace, they'd need decades, not years, unless they start swinging a much bigger axe. So right off the bat, the math's looking shaky. Now, let's get into why people are even tying this to Dogecoin, because that's where it gets fun and a little weird. The name Doge Dividend is a nod to the Department of Government Efficiency, but it's got everyone thinking about the meme cryptocurrency Elon Musk loves to tweet about. Dogecoin's price actually jumped 15% when this idea started making rounds. People love a good story, right? But here's the truth. There's no plan to pay this out in Dogecoin. No one's sending you crypto wallets full of digital coins with that goofy Shiba Inu face. This would be cold, hard cash, or at least a direct deposit or paper check like those COVID stimulus payments. Still, the connection's got folks speculating, and Musk isn't exactly shutting it down. He's out there talking up government efficiency like it's his next big SpaceX project. Trump's on board too, pushing the give the money back to the people angle. It's a wild combo, and it's got the internet in a frenzy. But hold up, how realistic is this really? Let's break it down. First, those savings. Going from $55 billion to $2 trillion is like trying to fill an Olympic swimming pool with a garden hose. It's possible, but it's going to take a while, and a lot could go wrong. Cutting that much spending means tough choices, and not everyone's going to be happy. Say they slash defense. Good luck getting that past Congress, where half the lawmakers have military bases in their districts. Or healthcare. Imagine the headlines if Medicare takes a hit. Education? Teachers' unions would riot. Point is, $2 trillion is a monster number, and we're nowhere close yet. Then there's the economic side. Nobel Prize-winning economist Dr. Paul Krugman, he's a big deal in money circles, warned that dumping $400 billion into people's pockets could spark inflation, just like we saw with past stimulus checks. He said, a sudden influx of cash into the economy without increasing productivity could push up prices, reducing the real value of these payments. Translation? That $5,000 might buy you less if groceries, gas, and rent all shoot up. It's a legit worry. Remember 2021 when stimulus cash had us paying $5 for a loaf of bread? And speaking of Congress, that's the next hurdle. Even if DOGE hits its savings goal, this whole thing needs a green light from lawmakers. Right now, it's just a proposal. Some folks are drafting a bill, but it's not law yet. Picture the scene in Washington. One side's cheering, yes, give taxpayers their money back, it's only fair. The other side's like, hold on, let's use this to pay down the national debt or fix some bridges. Supporters say it'd juice the economy. 79 million households spending $5,000 each could mean a boom for businesses, from car dealerships to coffee shops. Opponents argue it's a political stunt, or that inflation would eat any gains. It's a tug of war, and Congress isn't exactly known for moving fast. Look at the COVID stimulus checks. Those took months of fighting, and that was during a crisis. This question mark, it's a nice to have, and not a must have, so don't hold your breath for a vote anytime soon. Okay, let's say it does happen. How would this $5,000 check even work? If it gets the go-ahead, it'd probably roll out like those pandemic payments. Step 1, the IRS figures out who's eligible. They're talking federal income taxpayers, about 79 million households. So if you filed a tax return, you're likely in. Step 2, they'd send it out via direct deposit if they've got your bank info, or a paper check if not. Remember those blue envelopes from 2020? Could be deja vu. Step 3, taxes. Details are fuzzy, but you might have to report this on your return. Maybe it's taxable, maybe not. Compare it to past checks. The CARES Act gave $1,200 in 2020. The American Rescue Plan dropped $1,400 in 2021, both for pandemic relief. This DOGE dividend, $5,000 maybe in 2026, tied to efficiency, not emergencies. Bigger amount, different vibe, same logistical dance. Now, what's the public saying? It's a mixed bag. Some folks are pumped. Finally, we get something back from all those taxes. I saw a guy on Twitter saying he'd use his $5,000 to buy a new TV and take his kids to Disney. Others are skeptical. Sounds like a Trump-Musk PR move. Or great, more inflation. Thanks for nothing. And the markets? Dogecoin's riding the hype wave, up 15%. But experts are like, don't bet your life savings on this. Imagine if it does pass. 79 million checks at $5,000 each could mean $395 billion hitting the economy. Stores might see a rush, but prices could climb too. Or what if it flops? Some say the savings could go to tax cuts instead, maybe a lower rate on your paycheck. Others want debt reduction. Our national debt's over $30 trillion, so $400 billion could chip away at that. Or infrastructure. Think new roads, bridges, jobs. Plenty of options if this Doge dream doesn't pan out. Let's paint a picture. Say you're a single mum in Texas filing taxes every year. You hear about this $5,000 check. Maybe you're thinking car repairs, school supplies, a little breathing room. If Doge hits $2 trillion in savings and Congress says yes, that money's yours by, 2026? But if they're stuck at $55 billion or lawmakers bicker it to death, you're left dreaming. Or picture a retiree in Ohio. $5,000 could mean meds, groceries, a comfy chair. But inflation kicks in, and that $5,000 feels more like $4,000 in buying power. It's a gamble either way. Me? I'd love to see it happen. Who doesn't want extra cash? But I'm keeping my expectations in check until the ink's dry on a bill. So what's the truth here? The 5,000 DOGE dividend is a bold idea with big names behind it. Musk, Trump, Fishback, but it's got massive hurdles. Savings are way short, inflation's a risk, Congress is a wild card. Right now, it's a maybe, not a yes. Keep an eye on legit news, not random TikTok rumors for updates. Could it happen? Sure, if stars align. Will it? Too early to call. All right, folks, that's the full scoop on this crazy Dogecoin stimulus rumor. Hope I cleared up the fog. I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop your city or country in the comments below and toss in any questions you've got. Nailed something you want to know more about? Let me know. And please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video like this. I'm here to keep you in the loop on all the wild money moves out there. Thanks for hanging out through this epic breakdown. Catch you in the next one.